Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of an Apex Legends Reborn episode.
I should take an
This
upgrade
is going
or
to
take an
be the
L.
first episode of a little series that I want to start doing, where we just talk about the characters, how to make them better. It could be major, it could be minor, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's just a game and try to have fun. So we're not going to go into the balancing and all that, because if it was to be balanced, it just wouldn't be fun. And that's all games should be, is casual fun. So, alright. So today, first legend we're going to talk upon, as you can see at the bottom, is Valkyrie. I think she's in a good place right now, but there's a little bit of things I could change about her to make her a little bit better. So we're going to start off with the very first thing, and we are going to talk about her passive. Her passive is VTOL jets, and say less, you have a jetpack. Super useful, probably one of my favorite characters to play as. With this new perk system, which we'll touch upon the perks later in the video, it makes her just like how she was when she was released. Amazing. And I like the idea that you start out as an underpowered jetpack user, and then as you progress you get even stronger, but there's just one thing about the jetpack that I think should change, because it has gotten me killed many times, and I'm sure it's gotten many other Valkyrie mains killed as well. And it's going to be this single animation by itself. The fact that you can't do anything while you're in this state. You just got two handles, and like, I get you're trying to control it, but the one thing that I would change about it, all these walking, getting obnoxious. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the one thing I think that would be good is if, say, you're flying and you want to start shooting, single hand weapon, you can only hip fire, and that's it. The reduction is, or the hip fire spreads even bigger. So if I were to hip fire from here, yeah, so that is pretty much that little circle. Imagine if you're able to fly, but the hip fire would more look like kind of this. That way you're not able to fly around and aim down sights and all that, and your VTOL movement is even more stiff. So you're not able to fly around as fast. You have to sacrifice movement for damage output. I think that would be a nice change. I just had many times where I'm flying towards an enemy, and the animation to get out of it takes too long. It's a very short animation to get out of it, but just to keep the momentum up, and what was that? To keep the momentum up, I think it would be good to have. Just feels like a very stopping moment. But other than that, with the perk system with her and all that, I think she's in a good place. Obviously, the jet fuel expense is a little higher than I would like, but I think it's fine where it's at, especially with the perk system. But besides that, yeah, I don't really complain about her all that much, because you're not trying to use up her jetpack as much.
I should take an upgrade.
You should be able to play around with it. But But yeah, that is what I think on her passive. Her missile swarm. Well, let's just 25 damage per hit. The amount of damage it does with the cooldown, I think, is unbearable. You get hit even once, you can just pop a shield cell, and you're back to good. You're back to being full health, having no damage taken. And the stun is too slow, in my opinion. I think the stun needs to be a little higher, kind of like Seer, maybe last season. I don't remember if it was last season, but definitely, because the reason why I'm saying the stun should be a little bit longer. Yeah, the reason I say the stun should be a little longer is because the way to get out of the animation takes too long. By the time you get out of the animation, you're starting to fire, the stun duration's already gone. I mean, I kind of proved myself wrong there, but imagine long distances, you have to line up the shot and all that, because that's where she's best at, is long distances. But also the damage is just kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. I think for something that has 25-second cooldown, 30-second cooldown, my bad, it should do a little bit more damage. It definitely should be doing at least 30. So, if anything, add 5 more damage, increase a maybe 30-second stun duration, extra 30 seconds on the stun, and her tactical would be at its peak. Personally, I think that would be the best change for her. Also, get rid of this little item thing, like the targeting system. She's the operator. She should be able to see it. The enemy shouldn't be able to see her targeting, because that would make it so much easier for her to land her hits with it. Because as soon as someone sees, especially like that, like, they pop up right now. They show that for the enemy team that you're shooting at. So they're like, oh, I have all the time to go from here to here. And I just think that's kind of dumb. Like I said, she's a pilot. She should be able to have that sense of, I know where I'm aiming. The other enemies shouldn't know. But, yeah, that's what I think it on her tactical. Wow, I suck. Moving on. I think that's everything for her tactical. Yeah. Her ultimate. So I have 2 variants of her ultimate, because there's so many movement characters and all that, and with the addition of, can I get them in here? Yeah, with the inclusion of this, she is lacking. So, even so, let's see the comparison. Oh no, she's actually a little better than the jump tower. Huh. I always thought it was weaker. Never mind. But so the 2 variants I have with her are kind of, one's minor and one's a huge change. The first one is going to be a minor one, and it's going to be her ultimate, her base ultimate, just how it is. But I'm going to pop with that just so I can make a better point.
Better get an upgrade locked in.
I'm gonna get up there, so try and make that. Can, okay. Essentially, her ultimate is, as you could read it, press once to prepare for launch. Teammates can interact with Valkyrie to join launch. Press again to launch instead of air and skydive. It's pretty much just a evac tower. I think the one thing that would make her a little better if we were to keep her ultimate is if she was able to shoot her tactical out. Like how Mirage has his, he could shoot decoys while he's skydiving. I think she should be able to shoot her tactical while she's flying. Every time I think of that, I think it's perfect. Just imagine flying overhead and all you see is a Valkyrie raining down her tactical like a strafing run. Like, tactical there, shoot, 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 shoot. If you hit them, you stun them. They land over here, they're confused and disoriented. And you're shooting, covering fire from here while your team is pulling up and pushing from the other side. I think it would be a perfect. That would be the minor change to her ultimate that I think would just make her a little better. Let me know if you think that would be better or the second option. I don't have gameplay of it, but if you know anything about Titanfall and the, oh gosh, what's his name? Legion, Ion. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting his name. It's embarrassing. Run. What is his name? The one Titan from Titanfall 2 that has the sniper, the railgun. I'm forgetting his name, but it doesn't matter. Essentially, his ult is just shooting a crap ton of these, essentially. And I think that's what her second ult should be. Or the second ult that we're going to be discussing right now. Is you pop your ult, and you just bombard like an entire, maybe four tactical worth of rate of fire of her thing. So just shoot, all with that. I think that should be your tactical with increased damage. And if you hit someone more than once, the damage is amplified. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Valkyrie is a very much aggressive character, but her ultimate is kind of a support at the end of the day. I think, personally, she's more of a support with her her ultimate, keep messing up the two, than, most other skirmishers, which is a shame because I love Titanfall 2, and the fact that you have this, but you can't do anything more than that because it's just, I don't know. Maybe if you hold it in longer, you shoot more, like kind of like Revenant's tactical. The longer you hold it in, the more missiles you fire, but the longer the cooldown. That could be also an alternative. I didn't think of that till now, but that's why I make these videos, is just to comment down what you think would be a better version of whatever, and go off of what I say, or even put on your own opinions of what she should be and what she should do, because I love this game. I love these characters. I love the universe it's in. It's just a shame that it's in a bad place gaming-wise, I guess. It has the stigma of a battle royale and questionable management. I love the game. But yeah, so that is her skydive. Either a normal skydive ult with her able to shoot her tactical, or essentially a bombardment of missile swarms that you can aim and shoot and amplify damage to keep pressure on people.
An upgrade sitting on
Alright,
the runway, burning daylight.
now let's get to the
Ultimate's ready.
The perk system. So the perk system is relatively new, and it is so much better. It makes everything so much better. So
Ready. Say
the first perk
in the clouds.
for level 2 is Afterburners, 15% higher launch with ult, or an Aerial Expert. Every single Valkyrie main or person that plays Valkyrie should always choose Aerial Expert, unless you're wanting better rotations for ranked. Then do Afterburners. If you're going to play a slower match and not push and be as aggressive, do Afterburners. The the rotations is way better. But if you're going to be an aggressive beast while playing Battle Royale, Team Deathmatch, or you can't do it in Team Deathmatch, never mind. Aerial Expert. I don't have any problem with these.
Got an upgrade waiting.
These are honestly probably really good perks starting off this episode. But yeah, we're gonna do that.
Took an upgrade that'll blow your
The second
hair
one,
back.
full coverage, modify missile swarm pattern from 4 to 3 to 3 to 5. I don't
Upgrade
really
strapped
care for it all that much. I mean, it's already hard enough to hit. Like, it has more of a surface, which is like it's easier to hit it with this one if you really want to focus on hitting people with your tactical. But I mean, at the end of the day, as long as those markers show up for the enemy, they could just run, jump and slide and get out of it in time. But I like it. The only issue I have with it is the
What a rush. Woo. Not done yet, Dad.
this one is much better. If you're aggressive and you want, you can make this.
Wings up.
And the fact that you can have so much gas and all that is insane. And then you have a little bit to do a little jump over to get a quick away. These perks have made her back to what she was when she first was released. I cannot full clip you ever. And I love it. It's all the better for her. And I don't think there much needs to be changed about her. But other than that, that is pretty much Valkyrie. Yeah, I don't know. I just think all the things I've said before should be kind of base game for her. Obviously, the missile swarm, holding it in longer, doing way more missiles is going to be better for longer, especially a 30-second cooldown. 30 second of cooldown. That is insane. Certain ults take a whole minute. Like, the fact that it takes my... I think Mirage has a minute cooldown. And the fact that it takes a whole half of his ultimate for me to get my tactical back is outrageous. I think that should be how it is. The longer you hold it in, you hear like whistling from her engine or her missile swarm things from the side. And like those little red panels that you could see on the right, those light up so you know when it's like you have the maximum amount of missiles. And yeah, just for 30 seconds of a cooldown, that's just too much in my opinion. And I would really much like to see at least it to go down from 30 to maybe 25 or maybe 20. Like, it's so hard to land the hits with the tactical, especially because you could see where I'm shooting. It's not worth it. And the low damage output, 30 seconds for one shield cell, it's not worth it in my opinion. Stun's too short, damage is too low. It's very predictable, just not good stuff. Wrap up thoughts on her. Essentially, she's in a good place with where they have her right now, perk wise and all of that. Yeah, that's it. I'm at the top of my little tower. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please comment down below if you have any thoughts on this. This is going to be kind of a scrappy video. It's my first video, so bear with me. But So yeah, if you have any thoughts on what you think Valkyrie should be, what all her stuff should be, please leave it down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I will be doing more videos on characters. I'm mainly going to be doing the characters that I play most. But besides that, I will eventually try to make videos on other characters. Characters that I'm not so fond of, but I will have to play them. I will have to learn their moveset, see what's best for them. So, it'll be a slow process, but it is going to be a process. But, yep. That's Valkyrie Reborn. Signing off.